Hello and welcome back to episode, what is this, 46? Episode 46 of our Oxygen Not Included Let's Play series. Previous episode we did a lot of work on getting ourselves, yep, and there's space. I apparently didn't notice it in the last episode, but I noticed it now. We're working our way up towards space. And here it is. Here is the vacuum of space. We're going to look for some good place to get into the space area, start setting up rockets and things of this sort. We're good on our water supplies here. Alright. Yeah, getting up into space and then also getting some CO2 down to these Slicksters. Got this high pressure vent that is just venting all the CO2 that we built up over here. And yeah. This is still pumping out some CO2. It says pipe blocked, mainly because we're going through here. So this isn't dumping. But we could rearrange this a little bit. Oops. Yeah, the pipe is blocked by this small stream right here, which of course is coming from our plastic production and our natural gas generator. But I think I'm going to keep that there. I think I'm fine with it because it's hotter CO2, and I worry a little bit about the levels here. The temperature gets a little bit bad for us, and then we have problems. So, real temptation to just set up a Slickster ranch, basically right here, and start farming ourselves up some Slicksters. That might be the best thing for us to do. Could also set it up here. These are both tempting options. But I do want to start multiplying these Slicksters at some point. It's just not super important at the moment. They are eating CO2, and as long as I don't accidentally drown them, I think we will be fine. So, let's focus instead on scouting out a good location to start our space operations. So, I'm not exactly sure where vacuum begins here. We want to be a little bit careful with that. It's possible we want to start checking out over here as well. What do I have? We can do a lot of drywall if we run into something here. The closest material is going to be sedimentary rock. New duplicates available. Alright. What do we have? Nope, we're only taking people as diver's lungs. Only diver's lungs. High stress in Ari. Ari, what's going on, man? Oh, you are a person on morale 20 who is not on the updated regime. How did that happen? Do I have multiple people like that? Okay, let's change this up. You guys aren't eating any meal lice anymore. You're done with that. I thought I had switched everybody over, but apparently not. Okay, and yeah, all these guys are still on the old plan. That's fine. Yeah, no meal lice for you, and worst you're going to get is fried mushroom. That's the plan. Hopefully Ari will switch to the new food, and that will be enough to solve the problem. Can't imagine he's got many other things causing stress for him here. This is a little bit annoying. What is causing this? Is it the snow? Yeah, we're just getting a little bit of the snow causing problems here. Okay. Well, let's go and set these to be higher priority. Liquefiable, we'll also say snow. Copy settings. Copy them. Oops, I forgot to change. There we go. Let's just make it a 6. There we go. Put some ice in here. We also do kind of just want to cool down this area because we do have 40-degree water coming in, and that's not too great for the temperature of the base. We'd like this to go back down to its nice chilly levels. Hatch ranches, how are these guys doing? Oh, they are, they need a little bit more space. You know what? You can go back up to 4 critters. These guys are cramped. I think we want to set up our egg cracker again. Meep's working on the massage table there. Alright. This is all going fine. This is going to potentially cause some problems, though. This crude oil down here. Okay, so let's think about just setting ourselves up a simple ranching station. Man, I don't really want them there, though. I'd much prefer them up here. This is a lot more the area where I want the Slicksters to be, but it's just a little bit too hot at the moment for me to kind of just move them there directly. We can move them there in parts, just by setting up grooming stations progressively further and further, kind of, and closing them off of these areas. That is one option. The other is that we can just burn through some of our plastic, grab these guys, put them somewhere. Yeah, let's work on that, I think. Let's just work on a more permanent Slickster Ranch solution. And where do we want to set that up is a good question. Okay. Lots of oil here. We're going to have more oil coming down here. Don't want to bury those Slicksters. I think for now, let's just work on an area right here. This is 16 by 4. Just not quite enough because this area is going to be a wall, right? You can create a little bit more area like this. That would work. It's not efficient, but that creates 5 more tiles, and ultimately we're going to need 4. Do this, I suppose. And then this whole area, we want this to be mesh tiles. Yeah, alright. We are going to dig out like so. And in fact, let's just not dig out this right away as a result. Okay. I'm really hoping I don't end up drowning some of these guys. They get into these problems a lot of the time when they bug out. They bug out. I'm telling you, I'm terrified of it. I don't want them bugging out. Slicksters are pretty important. Okay, natural gas generator up and running. We can replace this coal generator with a natural gas generator. At this point, I think we have enough natural gas going. This is a decent amount of natural gas. Have all our CO2 flushed out. Temperature-wise, we're at an 84, 83, 85. We're at a good temperature here. All of our Slicksters are down here now. Except for this one guy. That's fine. That's where we'll set up our traps. And be able to hopefully just bag a Slickster really quickly, because there will be so many of them. And we're going to make ourselves a Slickster ranch. I think that's the plan. Okay. Dig out all this. And replace it. Maybe we don't dig out all that quite yet. Well, yeah, let's dig it all out. Change my mind. The goal is that we're going to grab some insulated tile, I believe. Make it out of igneous rock. Put a layer of insulated tile right here. And we will put insulated tile right here. We are going to take the rest of this. We're going to replace it with mesh tile. I think iron ore is fine. Gold amalgam might be better here, though. It's going to be a lot of gold amalgam we use. And we are going to replace the floor with mesh tile. We're going to set up our facilities right up in here. Let's also get ourselves a pneumatic door, which will also make it a gold amalgam. Okay, and while we're doing this, let's start exploring a little bit out further towards space. I can build drywall if need be. Let's just find some good locations here. Alright. Yeah, let's start scouting out the top of this area here, and where's space exposure? Space exposure starts right here. No, I think we've got it. Space exposure right here. Okay. Alright. A little bit more of this was space exposure than I thought. Okay. So this is where it starts. We do drywall. Yeah, let's just put it around these edges here to mark where that's at. And might as well cancel these. Okay. So this is where space begins right here. Let's do an alternate route. Let's dig ourselves across here, like so, and make our way up here. Igneous rock is fine. I guess we don't want to be in contact with this bleach stone. So we will go over one like so. And let's see what things are like over here. And basically just find ourselves, scout out the rest of the area, and find ourselves a good location to break into space. It's a lot easier to find good locations to get into space with than it is good locations for the oil biome. There's a lot of complications in the oil biome, but in space, you really just have space. There's not a lot complicated there. It's just kind of what's good for your base layout, right? What's convenient for getting people up there. Like having it along a nice central corridor is fine. But we're probably going to, in the end, be zipping people up there with vacuum tubes. So it's not hugely important that the transportation be good. And yeah, we just have lots of options here. No orders, huh? Well, you know what? I could use some more ceramic. Always happy to do a little bit more ceramic. Oh yeah, we have tons of clay too. Okay, you know what? 100. No. 99. Get that going. None of these guys are drowning yet. That's great news. They're producing more oil. Sure. Let's widen this a little bit. That way more of this CO2 can get down here. There's a lot of it here, but we might as well. And we're going to work on our Slickster ranch here. I think this is going to be a good location for it. We will start filling out the rest of this. And yeah, we'll set up a grooming station. We'll set up an incubator. Basically, just have all the stuff we want. This is around 75 degrees, so it won't. If we move people, it won't, or move Slicksters, it won't take that much damage. Alright, this is still going strong. Did any of this stop? These stopped. These stopped because this stopped. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, we're a little bit bottlenecked by getting people to run this oil refinery. We have this set up a very high priority, but I guess the oxygen levels are just not enough, and it's just so far down that this is sometimes what happens. We can disable this. How did we get... Okay. I think people are moving ice or snow and had themselves some problems there. So just to get that cleaned up. Yeah, I think while we're at it, we're going to come down here. Here's our plumbing overlay. Yeah, we're going to turn off these, I think. We're just gonna let them fill up. Because I don't need any more water coming up to the base now. So let's go ahead and say deconstruct this pipe, please. Set that at a high priority. We have enough water in our reservoir now. I'm just going to put some more ice in here to get this cooled off. Job's mastered. Ruby is done as a gopher. I think we'll just stick her on courier. And space, the final frontier. Let's improve the priority of this just all by a little bit. Okay, so, Slickster Ranch. Back to Slickster Ranch. This can't be reached, of course, because we needed to do this earlier if we wanted to get up there. Just set up some ladders so they can do that. New duplicates available. Nope. Only diver's lungs. This is Ruby. Yep. How are we doing on food? A little bit low. Not enough sleet wheat, not enough anything. But all these dust caps are now growing. So we finally got the carbon dioxide levels that we needed. And now when things fall, they'll just settle back down. We'll have a covering of CO2 here, and it won't be too much of a problem. These hatches are all cramped. We kind of want to solve this, but we will also, because this is, we'll also allow stone hatches and stone hatchlings to be set up here. Because that's just kind of why that guy is still tied up at this point. We can untie him, let him eat stuff. Okay, so we ultimately want to get these Slicksters out of here. Temperatures are going to be high enough that we're going to have some problems, but let's start setting up our stations. So, grooming station. Make it out of gold amalgam. I think we'll just set it up right. Yeah, let's set it up right here. We will have as well an incubator. We'll need to set up a little bit of power for it, but that shouldn't be too hard. Set this up out of gold. And we'll just put a little hamster wheel here, probably. Power. Wire. Also make this out of gold. Just run it up here. And hamster wheel. Golden hamster wheels. Jumbo battery. Wire. Wire these bad boys up. And finish up our mesh tile. We can deconstruct these. Yeah, alright. Looking good. And now we want to ultimately just trap some of these Slicksters. There's a lot of them here, so hopefully this will be pretty easy, and we won't burn through too much plastic in doing it. Let's get this finished first, though. No reason to take any risks. Slime lung, huh? Job's mastered. Lyra, done as a courier. Research assistant, tenured scientist. Sure, we're gonna pop you up there. Consumables, Lyra. Where are you, girl? Here you are. You now have access to the good stuff. Sleet wheat grain, raw egg, sure. I think with the extra farm up and going now, we should be good on that front. Yeah. Alright, looking good, looking good. How's this coming along? Slowly. Unreachable dig. Oh, because you can't quite get up there. Makes sense. Makes sense. Might as well dig out a little bit more. This is just polluted oxygen trapped up here for some reason. Okay. Sure. Not exactly sure why this is the way it is, but it is that way, so fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I just have this polluted oxygen here. Alright. I don't know, don't care. We'll get it figured out. Okay. Back to our Slickster ranch. Yeah. Get this done. And then we can focus on capturing some of these Slicksters, bringing them up here, domesticating them, getting our production up online, having everything be hunky-dory, and then we can disable this and just let these fill. Yeah, we've pumped a lot of stuff down here. Okay, so this should, yeah, be a stable now. Room size is 64 tiles. We could have made it larger. I mean, stables go up to 96, but 64 I think is a good number for Slicksters. I don't remember if they're 16 or 12. If they're 12, then it's less good of a number. But let's... Oh, where is it? Is it food? Critter trap. Yeah. Make out of plastic. And we are just going to set up one right here. We're going to slow this down a little bit. Set this up to... Ooh. Whoops. We need one other thing, which is a critter drop-off. Set this also to a high priority. In fact, this will be even higher priority. So we're going to set up these critter traps, and we're going to trap them. There's easier ways to do this, but they aren't convenient in the sense that... Yeah, okay. We don't really... We'd like this built first. This plastic is going to get damaged anyways, though. We kind of messed things up, the order at least. We messed the order up just a little bit here. Just a tad. Okay. Still should be fine. Wow, this area is hot, hot, hot. Why is this area so hot? Oh, it's got more contact with hot stuff. Makes sense. Okay. I think we're going to cut the episode here, and we are going to go Slickster trapping in the next one and get this Slickster ranch up and going. I'll see you guys then.